Judge Robert McClelland worked his way through school, became a school teacher, left that job to pursue his goal of becoming a lawyer. He went with the same firm after graduation, became a partner. He was there for 27 years. And in less than 4 years on the bench, he has acquired a reputation as an outstanding judge of the Court of Common Pleas. Recently re-elected without opposition, he and his wife have a great family with 6 children. And to complete their family, they have their best friends, Duffy and Fox, 2 dogs who they found through an animal shelter. So let's welcome Judge Robert McClelland. Okay. Judge, since Judge Freeman didn't take his full 30 minutes, you can have 45.
You know, it's tough to follow Judge Friedman. You can tell he went to Penn and to Harvard. It's a huge honor, and I really appreciate the kind opportunity to both receive something as important as this and have a chance to speak with all of you. And I appreciate that from the committee and all the members and my old friends here who have been so kind to me. You've all been really supportive. I've been lucky enough to get your endorsement each time I run. I think it's important, I think it matters, and I do appreciate that. I was trying to think how in the world I got selected to get this next award. And I think it's because I'm in the mutt category. I'm a half-breed. I'm a half Italian. My grandparents came over from Sicily in 1904. And my mother was born in 1911 on the exact same date as President Reagan. My dad's side I'm not quite so clear about. I know it's Scottish and Irish, but my father was an only child and he died when I was 2, and there was nobody left on that side of the family. So I'm not sure what kind of scoundrels may exist on that side. I do know a lot of the Scots who came over to Georgia, and they were prisoners who were released from Scotland. So I haven't delved very deeply into that, in case of what I might find. And I think the melting pot that Judge Friedman talked about is sort of what I think, hopefully I represent, is hopefully a melding and a melting of all those good qualities. I'm told sometimes I'm a little stubborn, and that's represented by all 3 nationalities. I'm told that sometimes I'm a little frugal, which certainly represents the Scots. And sometimes a little bit passionate that represents the Italians. So, but I hope I do represent those best qualities of each of them. And I was kind of thinking about something in my family's background. My mother kind of went away from home. She was from the little town of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, the lonely groundhog. And she was the only one of 5 children who ventured out of Pennsylvania and became a registered nurse, attending Mirren Road Hospital School of Nursing, and graduated in 1934. And the story she would tell was there was this tall, handsome gentleman who was a chemist and was teaching some sort of classes to students there. And she told her classmate, I'm going to marry that guy. That was my dad. Well, they got married in 1937. Now, here's a Scottish Presbyterian and an Italian Catholic, which in 1937 was a pretty amazing merger. I mean, talk about a mixed marriage back in those days. So what the devil do you do in terms of getting married? Well, his fraternity brother was Reverend Phillips at First Baptist Church in Shaker Heights. They ended up getting married in his chambers there. And so you have a Baptist minister with a Catholic and a Presbyterian, and he used an Episcopalian service. So talk about all that kind of melding of things together. I hope that also that I represent all those good qualities that I hope we never lose from our personal ethnicity. The hard work, the things that Judge Friedman talked about, coming over here in many different ways and having to earn our way along in all of these different nationalities. That's something we can't lose as part of this melting pot, along with all those wonderful traditions. I always hate to admit that my mother, I think she was more Irish than Italian. I had never heard of the dinner of the 7 fishes until I was about 35 years old. We just didn't do it in my family. Very traditional Italian thing to do on Christmas Eve. But I do hope we retain all of those kinds of things and remember those, as well as understanding, as Judge Friedman talked about, all working well together and making all these things work for each of us. I should mention too, I forgot, you probably all know that Judge Burke talked about my being the same law firm for 27, actually 31 years. And I owe a huge debt of gratitude to, I'm sure guys you know who are members for years, that's the Petro family. Jim and Bill Petro were my law partners and got me started and helped me out a lot along the way and got me involved in this organization as well. So I certainly owe it to them and an old friend, Terry Smigala, who was a friend of the Petros. So I do appreciate all of that. So thank you all very much for this wonderful honor. I'm going to cherish this. It's a fabulous thing I can put in my chambers and let everybody see, and with great pride of this honor you bestowed upon me. Thank you so much. All of you have a wonderful holiday season.